So there we go. So I am recording, although it'll be available on Facebook and a replay will be there. But I love to create an ambiance and just create the environment. And that brings me and it brings Barbara, because I do these as much for me as I do them for those who show up. And often we're just by phone. So I'm going to light a candle since we have the beauty of the video today. I'm going to light a candle. To recognize the light in you, to honor the light in you, to bring enlightenment and love to the world, and to light those little dark places. And our meditation ambassador here is all about why struggle, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So this light, it's a little harder to see in the daylight, so that'll be here for us. So we're going to chat a little bit. I want to introduce Barbara, talk about what do I mean by Yin Master, and then we'll close with meditation. So we may be going over a little bit today, but that's fine too. Join us at any time, come in and breathe. And I always invite you to listen, not only with your ears, but with your heart. We're not just talking, we're sending out energy. So feel that. It will also be between the words. All right. So Barbara is unto herself, before she joined us in the Yinpreneur Village as Yin Master, a mindfulness and meditation ambassador. I actually have a little script here just in case, but I'm not reading it because I don't have to. I've known you, I realized, since 2010 when I downloaded your Be Still meditation, from CD Baby? Was that where it was?
Yes, that is correct. CD Baby.
Yeah. And so we're just going to go back and forth in a wonderful non-linear yin way. So I'm here in New York, and I'm going to talk more about her and build on it. So it isn't just like a really traditional introduction or elevator speech. We don't do that here. So I'm here in Manhattan, and I'm hoping that the mic I'm using will be a good one for blocking out any of the wonderful vibrant noises. Where are you, Barbara? And I love the art behind you too. So where are you coming in?
Thank you. I am outside of Atlanta in a city called Jonesboro, Georgia /Stockbridge. So if you're familiar with that area, they're kind of connected or right near each other. So we're in Henry County, but Jonesboro, the city. So about 20 minutes south of Atlanta, right by the airport.
Okay, I love it. And you're bringing us beach energy because you've been at the
beach.
I love it. I love it. And if
I'm
you don't
still
mind,
at the beach.
And if you don't mind me asking, that piece behind you is absolutely lovely. Does it have special meaning?
It was at my mother's home, and my mother transitioned a few years ago, and I was sharing that it was a piece that when we walked upstairs, it was a piece as soon as you walked upstairs. It's gorgeous. And I think living in the house, you don't pay attention to it because you see it every day. And, of course, I haven't lived there since I was in college, but my husband saw it as we were going through my mother's things and deciding what we wanted, what we didn't want. He looked at it and he said, "Baby, are you thinking about getting that picture?" And I was like, "Sure."
I love it.
Let's get it. And so she had another orange piece in the foyer. So underneath that is her little foyer kind of thing with some vases and everything.
Oh,
so beautiful. It ends up being the welcoming place when you walk in my house that's in the foyer.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And I love that. And I wanted to hear you talk about it because when we speak of ancient wisdom and we speak of ancestors, that's what we're bringing. And I love the piece, which has this very cultural feel to it. And we love that because that's what we're here about in the village. And then bringing the spirit of the ancestors with us. So thank you for sharing that. For those of you who are new, the Yinpreneur Village is actually my online membership. I call it, it's really a sanctuary where we have what I look to create, that's a la village. So in a village, you would have a temple. So that's where we share meditation. In a village, we would have probably a shaman or an elder's tent. Those are our yin masters, and that is where Barbara has joined us, and others, especially if you're in our group. We already have an Ayurveda Yin Master. And then we have years of Yin Masters who just join us for maybe an hour or 90 minutes at a time, and we share with them. But we've grown it this year. Instead of just the hour and 90 minutes, we have those who are resident, those who live in our village and will be sharing their gifts with us. And Barbara has agreed to be one of those. And so the meditations that I spoke of in Be Still, and I'm going to I'll put that in the chat, and I'll also put that in later. Some wonderful, it's called Be Still. Well, you tell us about it. It's because it was a meditation this is back in 2010. And I wasn't starting with meditation, but I was really getting to know others who were into it. And I fell in love with your audios, the sound, the pace, and you're a good teacher. So if you're a beginner in meditation, tell me a little bit about how did you even come into doing those audios? What brought you to that?
I started meditating after having a conversation with God, something like, okay, I'm just so frustrated and tired. And I kept coming across people that told me, you just need to be still. Well, I'm a chatter and a talker. Being still was just not part of what I did. I'm like, I don't even know what that looks like or sounds like. So I went out and someone said, well, try meditation. Of course, now this was back around 1999. So it just kind of tells you how long it's been. And so I found a cassette tape, which also tells you how long it's been, of Shakti Gawain and creative visualization.
Yes.
And I tried so hard, so hard. And it was 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to pull out whatever, at the time I think I did have hair, a little bit more hair. I just really didn't know how I was going to do that. And so at the time I was doing my book, and because I started meditating, I said 30 minutes is too long. And so I came up with the concept of 10-minute meditations that would build on each other. So you would start being still, then you would become aware, then, and just continue on. And if you wanted to listen for 40 minutes, you'd have 40 minutes. And then there would be a relaxation track, which would be a bonus track. Right. So because that's really how it came up.
Let it keep playing because they're the individual. And then you can let it keep playing if you want to do the whole 40 minutes.
Exactly.
And they work well together.
Thank you. So I'm glad that works out because that was what was in my head when I came up with it.
And I've never asked that question before because I don't do scripts. Whenever I'm with my Yin Masters, I'm at your knee and learning also. So I let the questions come to me. So after all these years, that's great to know. So that was 2009. So I was right in there at the beginning and I love it. It was. Now I understand why, because I have books from before then and audios from Shakti Gawain. I will actually share in several of my retreats, her creative visualization version of it. And then I do my own meditation around it, but I get it. So because she was in a sense advanced. I don't know if that's the right word to use. And you would go very deep into your practice and there's something beautiful about that. But I found the same thing. When I was getting started, I mean, my brain was telling me 30 minutes was too long. So I probably resisted a lot during the whole time. So yours worked in there beautifully.
And I also kind of pull in the practical aspect. I think you know that about me. I'm very practical.
Very
and
great
the practical aspect is, even on a good day, I don't meditate for 30 minutes. I mean, unless I'm lying in the bed and I'm going to sleep, the timing doesn't work well for me. So if I can do 10 minutes and do little snippets throughout the day, I think that's more beneficial for me because it allows me to kind of get that rejuvenation throughout the day as opposed to just pushing it all at one time and not doing anything until I go to bed.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why the 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 minutes, 3 conscious breaths just helps me to just kind of recenter and become present again. Start again, begin again. Yeah.
So that takes me to, and it's a perfect segue, that this whole concept, when it's new, we're struggling a bit, right?
Yes.
We're struggling with getting into our meditation and the practice and, this, how do we do it? When do we do it? Right. And you actually have a whole book, and I have mine here. And this was later, so I didn't get this in the beginning. Why struggle? So life is too short to wear tight shoes. So what took you from the audio and the meditations what brought about the Why Struggle book?
Well, the book came well, it was kind of all together. The book was initially produced in 1999, and I wanted to create something that was that could last forever, because I wanted to pull in concepts and principles that I believed in. I mean, we know we have old concepts and things that we hear all the time now, right? You know, what you reap, you sow. Those things are timeless. So I wanted to pull in concepts and practices that were timeless practices. So if I did do something with it later on, it wouldn't be obsolete.
Got it.
So I pulled in the meditations toward the back to just kind of pull it all together. And as you know, I call it my map. So it's meditations, affirmations, and prayers or practices, whatever you choose. Right. So it's kind of a map for my life. And I really did it for me because I started out with just writing all these concepts down, and I had them at my job, and I just had them as bullet points. And someone said, "What is that?" I'm like, and I called them Faison realities. Well, nobody knew who I was. So it's not like it was, I was a famous person. So I meditated on it and said, well, okay, I've got to come up with something that's catchy. And after my meditation, I came up with the concept of Why Struggle. And after another meditation, I came up with the subtitle of Life is Too Short to Wear Tight Shoes, because I saw this little magnet with this little fairy that said, life is too short to wear tight shoes. And I put them together. And that's how it came about. And I know now that it is not in the silence, but because of the silence that I gain clarity, that I get ideas and concepts and things come to me.
Ooh, I love that. You told me could you repeat that and just talk a little bit about it? Not in the silence. Say it again.
Yes, not in this. It's not in the silence that I get insight. It's sometime after the silence. I could be walking around the house, walking the dog is a good place for me. And then I'll get the idea. I mean, I have a little idea notebook that I write things down, but I know it is because I have allowed myself to have the silence. And before I go to sleep at night, what I do is I just say a couple things to myself. I say, thank you for a great day. And I rest well. I drift off to sleep easily. I wake up feeling amazing. I have ideas that I can implement, and I'm grateful. And those are just some of the things that I do. So when I wake up in the morning, I've already planted the seed in my mind. I get up, I do some type of meditation, I walk, I do whatever I do. And then throughout the day, ideas just magically appear. So. Karen, you went to mute.
Oh, I do that. So
yes.
Just in case the noise or my kitty's in the background.
Yeah, I understand.
So thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
And I love that because it says so much to me. One is to let go of the expectations of what may be happening during meditation. And I think that's part of why people don't meditate.
Right.
And their mind should get quiet, and these expectations for what's going to happen when you meditate. And I love the reminder that it may come after. And I always remind folks that it's in the practice. You are in your practice. Yes. And then you just get to see what shows up. And like anything else, the more you practice, the more you may notice. One is because you're in practice and you're noticing more.
Right.
And what you notice may also be these effects of meditation.
Yes. And I will also just add on to that, because I did just come back I'll share a quick little story. I just came back from Panama City with my husband. And, when I got married, we have a 13-year-old. And of course, that's always an interesting adventure. Yes. And so, but this time the adventure was with my husband, because we went snorkeling. It was my first time going snorkeling.
Wow.
We got in the water, and something about my life jacket didn't look right to him. And so he was just on me, and I was just kind of aggravated with him. Okay. But what I'll say is, what I've learned about the meditation process is I breathe, I meditate, I laugh, I pray, and I curse. It's like, so for some reason people have this, you meditate, no. And you don't you just recover quicker. You know what I mean? It's the recovery is quicker for me.
I love it.
And so my husband, Sunday, that was Saturday. So Sunday morning, he was laughing as we were about to leave. He said, yeah, my husband all up on me at this beach. And, you know, it was just a great moment to just kind of laugh. You can laugh at yourself. I'm like, I was, honey, because I just wanted to enjoy myself. And you're so worried about me. I'm in a life jacket. Nothing's going to happen to me, right?
I love it.
And I'm grateful that I have a husband who cares about me and wants me to be safe,
Mm.
right? So it's not a but or an or, it's an and.
I love it.
You know, so yeah.
So all of that, the support, the community, and the reality check. We talk about this. I've talked about it in groups, you know, that meditation isn't always about the om. And it only people who are like monks or nuns meditate, right?
Right.
It's a practice. You are who you are. You have your life, and this is one of your practices.
Exactly.
And as you are kind of telling us, is that the beauty of that is, so I say, what the heck, you know, what the hell, or
exactly.
Get to me, right?
All of those.
Yes, exactly. And the beauty of that is when you're in practice, and not that those are bad moments, but what I'm saying is, it's one thing to speak about it, right? And it's another to express if you're angry or pissed or you hurt something. It's another if it becomes you, and then the anger builds and the anger drains you. So the good thing about the meditation is when those moments come up, they are fleeting moments. They are those expletive deleted moments. Yes, say it, really.
Exactly.
And
we're aware, because I ask myself, I view it as an emotional roller coaster ride, right? Do I want to jump on an emotional roller coaster? Because it's a choice, right? And you become mindful enough to know, because like the day before, it was the 13-year-old. It's like, he's just working my nerves. Now I can continue to just let him work my nerves, but I also know that I have tools that I can use to shake that energy, to get it off of me, right? So, and we laughed about it on the way home. I said, yeah, Dwayne, I said, your dad was all on me in the water. He said, I know, Miss Barbara, he was all on you in the water. You know, so we laugh about it, right? Later on, you know, so. But in another world, I probably would have not laughed about it at all. I still would have been in that energy of just being aggravated.
I love that. I'm actually putting that one in here. This is a good one. Do you have tools that you can use to be with your emotions? Because that's part of what we're experiencing. We're going to have them. But do we have the tools?
Exactly. And he knows, because I said, yes, I've already done my radical forgiveness on this situation, honey. You know, so he knows. Like,
and that's one
did
of
you do some kind of worksheet? I'm like, yeah, I did. Okay, we're good.
I love it. So as you can see, people, this is maybe why I love spending time with Barbara. And what I love is that she's the resident Yin Master now. So this is not a one-time thing. So I'm going to want to share many more conversations. If not, I'll look up and it'll be 3:00 and we'll still be here doing a Facebook Live. So there'll be many topics, including bringing more of her book, Why Struggle. I love it because, you know, it's divided into topics, and we're not selling the book, but well, that's up to you if you want to buy the book. But I am going to encourage you, because it is about the different practices. And so they're divided into different practices, and they're really simple and easy. And then you'll have affirmations and meditations to complement each. So it really is as easy, and now I understand. So this is the book, and then out of that grew the audio. It's a very simple way. If you don't do meditation, this is a great way to get started. If you do meditation, it's just a simple practice. And so if you're in an office and you want to meditate, these are those quick and easy, lovely voice. And I put the iTunes in there already. And then there's some YouTube. There's many ways. And over time, we'll share them. And then afterwards, I will also share some links so where you can find Barbara. But in the meantime, I did put a link to, if you can't wait, to get to the book and to get to the audios, because be still. It's what you will feel. It's what you will breathe. It's what you will be. So if you're ready, and speaking of be still, I'd love you to lead today's meditation. Would you like to do that?
I would love to do that. Okay. I would love to do that. Is there what's the timing?
Let's just make it no more than what time is it now? Hold on. We're good, actually. Do you want to
Okay.
do for 10 minutes, or how long would you like it to be? More 5? And what are you feeling?
Maybe 7, 8 minutes.
Great.
8 minutes.
Yeah, and
Does
that
that
actually
work?
won't even be going over much, so that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. All righty.
So
Okay.
what we'll do is, however you begin it,
Okay.
I will then just everyone know that what we love here, and in our village, by the way, it's a membership, and you can always look into that later, and I'll put information if you are interested, because we're sharing today here on the Facebook group, but honestly, she's going to be more in our shaman tent in the village, and every once in a while we'll come out, leave the village, and share, is what I say, in the garden, which is our Yinpreneur Wisdom Circle Facebook group. But if you want more and more often, then you're probably going to want to come into the village itself. But what we do here is we don't want to talk our way out. So when Barbara is finished, how will I know you're finished with your meditation?
I have chimes, so I'll do
Perfect.
chimes. Yes.
So, and Barbara knows how we roll. So on the last chime, when she ends it, that's where we invite you to know that our time together has ended, that we are finished being together. But this practice, the energy, and whatever you may have received in your mind, good, but I want you to breathe with it, not rush off into the next thing, and not simply to hold on to the meditation, but this is just a way of being that isn't draining. Don't on autopilot rush from one thing to the other. You breathe in, intentional, I'm going to the next activity. I'm intentional, what is the next activity? And better yet, if you can bring all of your senses, like I feel that, well, right now, actually, my computer is warmer. Maybe when I first got started, it's cool. When I pick up my cup, ooh, I feel it. I put rose water in my tea. I'm bringing this awareness to whatever I'm doing. And so after this, I will probably breathe for a few moments, and then I'm going to want to put the audio of our wisdom tea into our village website. But I'm going to take a few moments in between. I'm going to breathe, and then I'm going to go, okay, now it's time to share the audio. And because we're yinpreneurs, I say this for a few reasons. Yesterday, if you saw a post, I said, I'm not creating a business, I'm creating a movement. So if I was creating a business, I'd jump off, I'd create it, I'd rush, and I'd go on to the next thing. But since I'm creating a movement, it's much about the energy as anything else. I want everything to be infused with that, as I say, return on intention. So don't jump off, move with intention into the next moment. All right, so for all intent and purpose, I am going to say bye. I'm going to change this to speaker view, and I'm going on mute. I didn't say it. It's yours now, Barbara. Meditation and Mindfulness Ambassador. And I'm K.McMillan, Yinpreneur and Retreat Muse. Seeing you again every Monday at 1 o'clock, mostly without the video. But we're here for you in circle meditating. And I'll see you again next Monday.
Greetings. Take a moment to get settled in your seat and become aware of the sensations that you naturally experience. Before you close your eyes, just take a look around and look and see what catches your eye. And become aware of your breath. Notice what you see. Notice what you hear. If there are any smells that are capturing your attention at this time. Run your fingers over a part of your body to just be in touch with your senses. Feel the texture, perhaps on your hands or on your clothing. Taste what's in your mouth, what's lingering in your mouth right now. And breathe. And what are you hearing naturally? And if you'd like to, this is the time that you can close your eyes and give yourself permission to be here now, and breathe. Just breathing in the moment. This moment. There will be no other moment like this. Just breathing in and breathing out at your own pace. Recognizing that you are here, that you are alive, that you are here to serve in whatever capacity you desire. Just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, knowing that all is well. Breathing out, releasing anything you don't want to carry. Breathing in life and appreciation. And breathing out frustration. Breathing in love, love, love. And releasing fear. There's no need for fear. Just breathing in and breathing out. I am safe. I am calm. All is well. I am safe. I am calm. All is well. I am safe. I am calm. All is well. And continue breathing and breathing in and out. Appreciating the air that is flowing in your nose, filling your lungs, filling your life with the essence of life. Releasing those things that no longer serve you or matter. Simply release them. Breathing in the love and appreciation for your body. Silently say to yourself, I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. I love my mind. I love my mind. I love my mind. I love my thoughts, regardless of what they are. I love them. I love my thoughts, regardless of what they are. I love them. I love my thoughts, regardless of what they are. I love them. And breathe. And know that you are breathing. I love my spirit. I love my spirit. I love my spirit. And breathe. Just breathe. No struggling required. Simply breathe. Breathing in and out. Going with the natural flow of your breath. Allowing that breath to serve you. To feel the appreciation, for breath is life. There is life in you and all that you do. Breathing in, knowing you are here by design, not default. Knowing that you have things to share with the world. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing your body to relax and rejuvenate and replenish using your breath. Loving who you are at this stage, age, and phase. Just breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the peace of this moment that you can access at any time. Anytime you choose to stop and pay attention and breathe in. And slowly and gently allow your awareness to return to where you are and know that you are loved, you are needed, and all is well.